Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel and to another episode of Focused Friday. As you can tell by the title, we are going to be doing a budgeting video today. It is April 30th when I'm filming this at 10:30 at night. So I have definitely pushed it down to the wire and I need to get focused to get our budget ready for May.
You look so beautiful and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high.
If you are new to our channel, let me just quickly catch you up. We follow Dave Ramsey's budgeting system and we set our budget every month before the month starts, hence why I'm pushing it down to the wire here, and usually use cash envelopes for a lot of our categories, which I made this cash envelope wallet for. But with this whole pandemic that's going on, we are opting not to use cash. So I don't have to do anything with that today, but it is something that we usually in normal circumstances would have as part of our budgeting system. I just closed out April and am ready to start May, but I am going to take you guys along as I do it. These are our real numbers that we are sharing and the real categories of where our money goes so you can see how it works. Really quickly before we get started, I want to make sure that you know that we are doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway when we reach 1,000. As of today, we are at 800, so not too far left to go here, and the prize will be a choice of different things. So you're here watching a budgeting video, so obviously you might be more interested in a personalized cash wallet system, and that is going to be one of the choices for the prizes. There will be others as well, but make sure you click that subscribe button down below so that you can be eligible to win when that time comes. Let's get started with the budget, and hopefully this will motivate you to get your budget ready as well. Alright, so this is the screen that you see when you go to a new month that you haven't started planning for. If this is the first time that you are using every dollar, then you're going to have to enter in everything obviously and kind of get it set up. But since we have done that already for previous months, it will just completely copy over the budget from the month before. So I'm going to click that and start planning for May. Okay, so I mentioned before that we show our real numbers. For partial privacy, we do not share the breakdown of our income. We have several different sources of income, but the total that we're expecting is here, $4,440.76, which is a little lower than it usually is to be expected. Obviously, Anthony is still working, but my hours have definitely decreased with my tutoring business that I have. I do some Zoom classes still, but it's a lot less than what it used to be. So that is the main reason for that. But you can see up here it says we are $4,677 over budget. That's because last month, as most of you know, we all received stimulus checks and we had allocated that and replenished our emergency fund and put more into it as a just in case. So because we don't know what's going to happen, and we wanted to have a little bit of extra cushion until this is all over. We are going to be buying a car with that in cash once this is all over and we know that it's safe to do that. But for now, we're going to change this. We don't need to add any more into the emergency fund. The baby step one for Dave Ramsey is to fund your emergency fund with $1,000. Then get started on your debt, which is baby step two. So that is completely funded. We are going to carry over to June $400. That's the amount that we usually like to carry over to cover the bills that happen in the first week of the month before Anthony gets his first paycheck. In case I don't have any students that first week or whatever may happen, we like to have that carry over to cover those first week's bills. We are not putting anything in just in case yet. We'll see if we have any left over. If we do, then we will throw it in there. Going down to our monthly expenses, and again, if you're new here, this is not how this is going to look like when you first set it up. We have customized it, and I have a video showing exactly how I did that. I customized it by monthly and then envelopes rather than by categories. Our security system is the same. Anthony's life insurance, $28.56. Adobe is my photo editing, which is $10.98. Electric is something that changes every month, and this month it is actually almost $50 less than what it was last month for some reason. I thought it was gonna go up with us being home more, but it actually went down. So that's actually $145.87. Our rent is the same. Epidemic Sound is the same. That's where I get my music for my YouTube videos. My life insurance. Dance class is $167.50. They are still doing Zoom classes for that. Our garbage bill, we only pay every other month. Since we did pay it in May, we don't pay anything towards that since we did pay that in April, excuse me, we don't pay anything for that this month. iCloud storage, Anthony and I each have this, so his comes out on the 15th and that's $2.99. Let's Play Music, we actually do not have that for a few months because we paid our last tuition payment in April, so we won't have that payment again until we start back up in September. Our car insurance is $109.66. Our water bill, again, like the garbage one, we pay that every other month, so that will be nothing there. The YMCA, we're still not, they're closed still, obviously. We will pick that back up when they open, so we're leaving the category there, but for now it's $0. Disney is $7.69. Cricket, which is our cell phone carrier, we have 3 cell phone lines through Cricket for $110 a month, which is super cheap. iCloud storage is $2.99 for mine, and then renter's insurance $19.83, Hulu $6.58, and internet $35. So that is all of our monthly bill categories. Most of them are automatic that come out of our account. I think like 2 of them are not, but that takes care of all of those. So now we're going to go into our envelope categories. These first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, we do keep cash envelopes for normally. Again, we're not doing that right now, but that's why they have the little star next to them. They're cash categories. Bailey and Quinn's commission, we usually would pull that cash out of the bank at the beginning of the month and put it on their commission chore wall. So that's why that one has a star next to it. So groceries, we went a little bit over last month in April on our $600 budget. We went over by $63, but we went under our gas budget by almost exactly that amount. So it worked out pretty good. But Anthony literally just did a grocery shopping trip earlier today. Like, I have a counter full of groceries that I need to put away still. So we are definitely going to be able to stay under $600 for May because we're pretty set for the next couple weeks. Gas, without having to go anywhere, it's been nice to have less of a gas budget, and gas is way cheaper. So we would normally budget $150 to $200 for that, but we are going to budget $60 instead because really Anthony's Honda Accord gas for going back and forth to work is all we need. For haircuts, he's obviously not able to get haircuts right now, so $0 for that, but I think I'm going to put 15 in there this month just because if there's any chance, like maybe towards the end of the month, things do open up and he's able to go get it done. I want to make sure that we have that budgeted. For eating out, we budgeted $100 last month. We went over by $65.87, and this is going to be a good time to describe how that happens when we go over. So we knew that we had around $6 left in our eating out budget a couple weeks ago, but we sat down and talked about it and decided that we wanted to add in some more so that we can eat out and support locally, especially. So we agreed on that before we actually did go over that amount. So we don't just set a budget like we're going to spend $100 eating out and then do whatever we want all month and then see how we did. We track it throughout the month, and then if we get close to reaching a limit in something and we think we might want to go over, then we'll sit down and talk about, okay, well, if we spend more here, we can take it away from here. So we make a conscious decision to do that, not just spend what we want and hope for the best, if that makes sense. Household personal care was another one that we decided to spend a little bit more on. I needed prenatal vitamins, the girls needed their vitamins, and we just kind of had a lot of household personal care stuff that we needed to get this month, but I'm going to bump that back down to $100. Pet care, I am going to need to get Ripley's medicine. We just got food last month, so they're stocked up on food, but I'm going to need to get his medicine for his heart. So I believe it's around $36, but I'm just gonna put 50 in here just to cover it completely. Bailey and Quinn's commission, we actually do $32 a month, 16 for each of them that they can earn, which there are 4 commission chores that they can do, so there's up to $4 that they can earn on each one. Per each time they do that chore, they earn $1. So that will go on the wall for them. We're not doing fun money or entertainment. Miscellaneous, we do 100. Sports and activities, we had budgeted some money for sports and activities because we knew that we were going to need to get items for the girls' music for next semester, which starts in September. So we budgeted for that, but we are actually not going to need $0. I mean, we are not going to need a budget for sports and activities this month. Vacation, the vacation that we do is just a camping trip in late August, so hopefully that still can happen, but we are just going to put a little bit of money into that fund the couple months before for groceries and things like that. We've already paid for the sites and everything, so nothing there. Car care, we're going to put $50 into that. Clothing, we don't need to put 140 in. We have 240 in that savings account right now, and that's mainly for the girls. When I do this, I go to this consignment sale every 6 months, which has been moved from mid-March to the beginning of June, so hopefully that still happens, but I think we have plenty in there to be able to get what we need for that. I am going to keep adding to it because Anthony and I need clothes. We might need to buy clothes for River when he's born, so I am going to add 40 to that just to keep kind of cushioning it a little bit. We always add 40 to our gift fund. We are adding 80 to our birthday party fund. Water, sewer, garbage fund. So this fund we add to on the months that we do not pay those bills. That way it's kind of like half and half. We're paying about the same amount each month. So we always put in $150 to that one on those off months. For homeschool, we definitely aren't going to need $138 for that one. Last month in April, we spent that. We got a microscope and some other things for science. So we usually put $75 into homeschool. We're going to put 40 into the Puyallup Fair and 200 into our baby fund. So that is all of our monthly expenses and our envelope categories that we save for. And now notice up here that we have $44.72 left to budget. So that means $44.72 is not accounted for. If you don't account for that, it's going to be spent on something, and you probably will get to the end of the month and realize, where did that money go? So you always want to put that towards something, and it's completely up to you what you want to put it up to. So for us, we are saving every extra penny that we have, so all of that is going to go into our just in case fund, which, like I mentioned before, is kind of the additional emergency savings fund that we have, just in case something happens where we don't have the income that we currently have. Now, it is an every dollar budget, and our May budget is set up. So that is how smoothly and easily this can go once you have done it for a while and you've kind of got the hang of it, you've gotten your categories figured out. It's really, really not that hard, and it's so freeing to know and to see those savings numbers grow, and to know that you're allocating money for things that are happening later in the year. We talked about adding in a holiday fund to pay for things like going to the corn maze and getting our Christmas tree and things like that. In the past, we've just put those items into the budget for that month that they happen, but we have definitely talked about just adding a little bit throughout the year to those things to kind of just make sure it's not one big expense towards the end of the year. So we might start doing that soon. Now all I need to do is enter all of this stuff that I just entered here for the monthly bills onto my planner calendar, which is the same exact thing as you just saw here, but just writing it down because I like to be able to check things off. I just find satisfaction in that. And then we are all set up for May with an hour and 15 minutes left to spare before midnight. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration. If you want to see more budgeting videos or how to set things up, kind of more of the nitty-gritty on how every dollar works and how we actually use our planner and a flip through of it, how our cash envelope system works and what it looks like on the inside, then click on the playlist in the end cards that are going to show up at the end of this video or the description box down below, because that will take you to all the other videos I have. Click that subscribe button as well, and I would love for you to share this video with your friends and family on social media. Right below the video there's a little, it says share with a little arrow. Just click that and you can share it anywhere that you have social media accounts, and hopefully help someone else, because I know a lot of people are struggling right now and wishing that they had their finances in order. So it's the perfect time to give someone the motivation to get to that point in their lives so that they can have financial freedom and not be stressed out if this kind of thing happens again. So for now, remember to stay humble, be kind, and I will see you guys next week.
Jump into the